I think we are live. Hi, change makers. Welcome back to another chat with Beverly Ehrlich. She is a relationships therapist. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about step 4 on the roadmap, the clear vision. And I wanted to source some insights and perspectives from Beverly. Um, for those of you who are new, I'm Mads Damgaard. I am an Ericsson professional coach, and I'm the founder of the 10,000 Changemakers, where we're gathering together 10,000 engaged professionals from all walks of life that really want to step into their real selves in their professional life. Because I believe that we all need to discover where we can use our full potential to make the contribution that we were made to make. Because we all have these unique strengths, values, and passions that, when paired together with a great purpose, allow something important to come into this world. We just need to understand what that is. And today we're talking about a very important part of that. This dream that we can create for where we want to go in our lives, and that kind of creates that momentum and creates that desire and that the energy to go towards this beautiful contribution to a world that thrives, that we can all make. So, and if you think this topic that we're talking about is important, then please show your support for the community by putting a like on it or a comment on it. It really helps bring out this content to more people in the group. It doesn't go outside of the group, because this is a private community, but it does bring it out to more of the members, which is important. Okay, so let's get into it. If you read the description for today's event here, you can kind of see yourself as a captain of your life, right? Uh,
Beautiful.
and what do you think about that, Beverly?
Yeah, I love that. And when I think of a compelling future, it's really getting into the details and the nitty gritty. It's like who you were, what's it going to look like? What salary are you going to get? How many vacation days are you going to get? Where are you? And that is often though where people stop. They stop with, I can get people to get that clear vision and get into the details of when it's going to happen, etc., etc. The key piece though, the key piece is to think to yourself, how will I feel when I've achieved that goal? And then to start showing up, whether it be happy or more confident or kinder or more generous, to start showing up immediately. Firstly, you need the emotional attachment to the brain idea or the thought idea of the vision. You must have the emotional attachment. And the other piece is a goal isn't a place to get to, it's a place to come from. So if I want that amazing job with those people, I need to start up as if I've already got it, because your brain doesn't know the difference today. So you need to start showing up as your happier, kinder self. And then you'll see that you'll attract exactly what it is you want.
Exactly. I love what you're saying about that it's a place to come from, because really, if we can create that feeling that we want to have in our future selves, then we're already there. We're already arrived. And then that change in ourselves, when it gets connected with the outside world, will start to shift our lives over into a configuration that fits that inner kind of energy or that feeling or that vibration that you're feeling. And that's really the key here, right? Because your results in life, they're going to be a combination of what you're bringing to the meeting of the world. The world is
Right.
just kind of there, and it's set, and it's just like a prison, or that it's just there where you are. No, the your life experience happens in a combination of your skills, your energy, your intentionality, meeting opportunities that are available in the outside world.
Right.
So
And
really connecting with that feeling reality of where you want to be is so powerful.
it's very powerful because, in addition to connecting that with your vision could also be quite limiting. It could be narrow.
Yeah.
Some was saying to me, I want this specific child, and then if you can expand that to, I'd love this person in my life. I'd like, this job that offers these various pieces, because it's easy to be happy when our life flows, when it's covertly exactly what we want, and that's great. But we also need to tap in when it's not happening like that, and look and see what is happening in front of us. So we think we just want that job, and we might just be focused on that, but we might be missing the stepping stones along the way because we're so focused, and our vision is tunnel rather than expansive. So when we show up more happily and confident and more in presence, when just savoring and noticing, going over your day at the end of the day, did I pick up on everything? You'll have a much more expansive view of yourself as well as of where you're going.
Yeah. Yeah. Noticing both the presence of the moment that is arising and having combining that with the vision that you're generating about where you want to go. That is so powerful to oscillate between those two. And one of the things to work with that is actually a part of a morning ritual that I recommend to many of my clients, is that to have build into your morning, when you're going to work, or when you're sitting with your morning coffee looking out the window, take 2 minutes of presence, 2 minutes where you're just focusing on learning to deepen the feeling of yourself on the inside and what is happening right now, and then shifting to the dream, the dreaming, as I call it, and take 2 minutes to connect with all the beautiful things you're dreaming about, that you want to create in your lifetime. That is such a powerful to have. It's so powerful to have these two things happening every single day, because when you do something so many times, you become better at them, and they become habits, and you'll find yourself kind of intuitively connecting with them. And similar times when you're sitting looking out the window, and
Right. I love that. I love that. And I would add, Tara Brach talks about gladdening the heart
mm,
in a way of looking at gratitude, looking at the things that you're grateful, and then savoring. So if I just focus on the beautiful plants behind you and just stay there for more than a few seconds, how lovely to savor and focus on what's beautiful around you.
yeah,
And then, as you say, you can shift to the firstly, then she also suggests doing serving. What acts of kindness can you do? And shifting that to your dream. I love
exactly,
that.
yeah. Because if you don't have this vision here, then something interesting happens. Our brains don't work if we don't have a goal, unfortunately. Um, what you'll experience is, if you don't have a vision of where you want to go, what you want to achieve in a certain situation, then you are unable to see and to formulate coherent action. Just think about,
Right.
simple as going to the fridge and getting a glass of juice. The first thing that happens is that vision of a glass of juice. I would like to have a glass of juice. If you didn't have that, it would be very difficult to kind of figure out how to get to, like, how to go about getting that glass of juice if you didn't have that vision of that drives you. I really like the idea of the compass in the Pirates of the Caribbean movie, where as soon as you know what you want, then the path is clear. And what I see with a lot of people that are stuck in their careers, they don't know what they're good at, they don't know where they want to go, they don't know what they want to do with their lives, is that exactly that. They don't know what they want. And that, more than any kind of lack of skills, lack of opportunity, lack of courage, that is much, much more contributing to keeping them stuck in jobs that they outgrew many, many years ago, maybe, than, yeah, then they don't have this vision of what they actually want. Because as soon as they have that, the path becomes clear. There's a great
Right.
there's a great Chinese saying that when as you walk, the road appears. You take
Beautiful.
the step, the road appears to meet it, and that's
Right.
so key. You need to you need to decide where you want to go, and then the path becomes clear. It doesn't You don't start walking the path and then it becomes clear, because think of it as walking through a fog, right? If there's fog on the ground, you're not going to just walk in there just on your feet, because there might be a big hole in the ground that you might disappear, and your brain is going to stop you from going into that fog. But if you can see, oh, on the other side of that fog is something I want, then you're much more likely to be able to talk your survival brain into taking that journey in there.
Right. And I love the distinction. You made a lovely distinction that we always want to do the next step and the next step. And that's kind of also a double edge, though, because we, at the same time, our society is so running to the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. We do need to take that time to just realign, sit with ourselves. Is this really the journey that I want to take? Is this the mountain I want to climb? So it's both and, you want to take those next steps. And it's very clear. I love your metaphor of the fridge because it's something simple that everybody can understand, but it's a very complex activity, as you say, from the vision of the glass of juice in your head to getting up, taking the steps, finding the fridge, opening the door. There's a lot that goes into getting that glass in your hands.
Exactly.
We take that for granted, of course, as a habit now, but there are a lot of steps in that. And if we want to change that, we need to just pause a minute and think, well, where is the fridge? Okay, where is the glass?
Yeah, if we didn't have it already there, then we would, as you say, we would know that we would want a glass of juice, and then from there we would find the fridge, we would find the ability to
Right,
open the door. We'd have all of a sudden the motivation, that feeling, I want to get that. You know, that
right,
that but first comes that vision of the glass of juice that entices us to want to have it.
right,
And
right.
and I also, I love what you were saying with because we're so busy. That I really like the metaphor of the ship, because if you're thinking about yourself as a captain on a ship, there's a lot of stuff that goes on in a ship. Like there are rats you need to make sure don't eat all the food, and that you have to plug the holes in the boat. You have to make sure that the crew gets along. You have to fix the sails. You have to do all of those things. It's a big job, but it also, you can't only focus on the day to day. You have to set the heading. Where is the ship going? What is the reason you're maintaining the ship? What is the reason why you're doing all of this stuff? And that is your metaphorical heading. So
Right.
I want to ask you guys a question out here, and you can put it in the comment. What's one thing that you would love to have in your professional future life? And
Beautiful question.
about, how you're going to get there, or what, when it's going to happen, or all the things that are standing in the way. Don't even worry about that. That's also the same thing about dreaming. If you're sitting down every morning and dreaming, what I want you to do is disregard that project manager side of your brain that says, "Oh, but in order to do that, I have to get to that and do that and do that and do that." No, dreaming is just about connecting, as you said, Beverly, with that feeling of having this amazing thing, how good it's going to feel once you have that position where you can really use your talents. How good is it going to feel when you have your own business where you get to decide what to do with your own time? You get to travel, maybe, and do the things that you want. You get to earn your own money. You get to do something that you're proud of every morning. Just connect with, really see yourself, how you're going to feel when you wake up in the morning knowing that, oh man, I get to go to this work where I am helping people. I am making a difference. I am proud of what it is that I am doing with my life. That is it's so powerful to have that as a stable feature, a recurring feature in your life. So I really highly recommend that you build that little habit into your life.
Right. And I love that. If they can think, if your group can just think of what's one thing I want, not the whole big picture, because that can be overwhelming. And then we can think of one tiny step to get there. It doesn't have to be the whole solution in one go.
Exactly. But
I
if you
love that.
are ready to get that whole big solution, then you can reach out to either me or Beverly for some support and get some more tips about how can you make this in a manageable way. So, if you have any questions or if you're interested in any of this that we're talking about, just send us a message or write in the comments down below, and we'll love to help you out with this because it's so important. All
Absolutely.
right. So, just to sum up, you need to have a vision for your professional life. Otherwise, you're not going to get where you want to go. Right? It doesn't. If you ended up in your job saying like, "How did I end up here?" That's how. You kind of just went one way, then you went another way, then you went a third way. What you can do instead is build a vision for what you want. And you need to build that vision in order to gain the momentum to get into action. Otherwise, your fear brain is going to stop you because it doesn't know where it's going. It doesn't want to go into that fog. Um, and once you make this a habit of thinking about all the things that you want, then you'll find the motivation. Then all of a sudden, all manner of coincidences are going to happen in your life. You're going to suddenly have the meet the right person to talk to about a job. You're going to find out that you have a great way to present your skills on a new application, and all of these things are just going to fall into place if you just make that vision happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Before we start wrapping up, Beverly.
Just take those few moments. I think they're so key to sitting with yourself, thinking, what is it that I want? What have I got? What am I grateful for? What is already here? And
Yeah.
just becoming aware every day of where you can savor things and things that you already have. Just become curious about your life.
So good. It just feels so good. It's very good to do, but it also feels good. It's time well spent.
Beautiful.
All right, it was lovely talking to you, Beverly, again.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for taking some time with us and hanging out here on the stream. I hope this was helpful, and if you got a little bit of value out of this, please put a like on this or put a comment on it. It really helps bring out this content to more people. And if you're watching this on the replay, put hashtag replay in the comments so I know that you guys are watching this and that you're enjoying what we're putting out here. And yeah, I look forward to sharing more tips and insights with you in the next chat. And thank you for coming on, Beverly. And have a wonderful
Thank
rest of your
you.
day.